Right. Hi. Happy New Year's Eve to everybody. Today, I'm going to do a two-part. Today is New Year's Eve, and tomorrow will be New Year's Day. And today, I'm going to talk about where I was last year compared to this year. It's been a good year for the most part. There's been bad parts. There's been good parts. I had some really exciting things happen to me. Like I got to take my trip up north. That was awesome. It's the first road trip I've ever taken. Took it by myself. It was an amazing experience, and I'm really looking forward to doing more of that stuff. Hopefully in the future. Um, but I did notice when I was comparing things and looking back that where I am today on New Year's is pretty much the opposite of where I was last year on New Year's. So last year on New Year's Eve, I was living in the ghetto. I do have the same roommate, but I was living in the ghetto. And this year, I'm not in like the richest area of the world, but I am in a much nicer apartment in a place which I have never been in since I first moved out of my parents when I was 18, and I am now 30. So it's been really, really nice. Really nice. I really love that about that's happened. So last year, New Year's, I also had a full time job that paid very, very well and had a full range of benefits. And this year, right now, I have however, I hated that job. Like, I liked that job at first and then grew to hate it pretty quickly. But now I'm working a part time job that barely covers my bills. And however, I'm really happy for the most part with it. It challenges me. It's new. It's interesting. I have very flexible hours, which is nice. And occasionally I get to work from home, which for me is the dream because we work early in the morning and I hate waking up early in the morning. And when I work from home, I can work my own hours, which is yay. Anyway, so one thing that's not so thrilling for me between last year and this year is that last year at this time I had a boyfriend and we were going on like a mini vacation and it was really nice. It was romance and stuff like that. However, this year I am single with no prospects pretty much whatsoever right now, which isn't the worst thing in the world. I'm okay being single. I just sometimes it gets a little lonely, especially when your roommate has a new girlfriend and they're with each other all the time. So, um, last year I was pretty much getting ready to start a whole bunch of new experiences. I knew that this year would be really focused on learning for me, and it has been. It's been great. I have learned a ton this year. I've grown a lot as a person this year. My views on the world and on how I interact with the world have changed enormously in the last 12 months, and I'm really very, very happy with that. However, it's kind of left me feel like going into next year, I'm not really like anything new so much. There'll be a few things, but I feel more like I'm just kind of in within a continuation or a continuum rather than something new and exciting. And for me, that can get very boring very quick and very unpleasant because I don't do well with things that are basically that don't change and do stuff like that. I like new, I like exciting, I get bored very easily, so a continuum is kind of a bit of a nightmare for me. Uh, Last year, I noticed that I was also, I think the last thing is that last year I was very, very excited for this coming year. I was very, very excited for 2015 to start, and now I'm not really. I don't feel the same. I'm not very excited for 2016. I'm glad it's here. I'm really only excited for 2016 because as of recent events and just some stresses that have been going on, I'm just kind of done with 2015 and I'm ready to move on from that. So there's that, but like I'm not excited for the new year like I was last year. Last year I couldn't wait for the new year. I was super excited, and this year I'm just kind of like, all right, no big deal. However, there's a lot of things that I want to be doing this year, and I'm going to aim towards doing, and I'll be talking about those on the new year. They're not resolutions because I'm not resolving to do them. They're just kind of continuations of my life that I want to do. Ah, look, there's that word again. Maybe continuum's not the worst thing ever. Anyway, so I hope you guys have a new year. Join the Amateurs Blowing Up Stuff Club if you feel some. Please don't blow yourselves up. I will probably be playing with sparklers because that's my favorite thing to do. So, bye guys. Happy New Year. Well, no. Happy New Year's Eve, not Happy New Year. You're not there yet. Happy New Year's Eve.